That's great.
Fantastic. So yes, thank you for allowing me to take a couple of minutes and talk about what I am very excited about and is a strong and solid launch from the aspect of adding revenue to your existing clients. So it's the third component that Chad talked about, and it is upselling or adding revenue to your existing clients and adding to the customer lifetime value. So I got involved in this project. It was about 9 months ago, and I am thrilled to introduce to you the Helus Beauty System. All right. As we start talking about this for the next few minutes, we'll discuss a little bit about the women's beauty routine. We will talk about how these products fit into that, and finally, how you can get involved as a partner. I do come from the beauty industry. I've been fortunate enough to been with some very large companies in the space, and I have a solid background in beauty sales, in technology, and in understanding how women think when it comes to the beauty industry. Okay, let's see. So what is missing in the beauty routine? Let's talk about that first. Doctors typically, and estheticians typically don't talk about supplements. We study them on our own as women in beauty and as women who are interested in health and beauty, but without a professional recommendation typically. And so this is why I say this is the missing part of the beauty routine. However, this category is a major category. It is, in fact, $7.1 billion category in the US. And year over year continues to grow by almost double digits, 9.5% growth rate year over year. And so it is a sizable and substantial industry, and professional offices need to get a piece of that, right? So we are happy to announce the Helus Beauty System. These are two products that have different functions, but the ingredients work together beautifully to, number one, work on the layers of the skin, number two, decrease fat cells, and number three, the overall nutritional health of the body. Those are the three key things that we will focus on today. All right, so the first product in the Helus Beauty System is Emerge K. This first product is focused on the skin. And as with any supplement, it works from the inside out. Now, Emerge K has 10 different specific benefits, but for the purposes of today and for our time constraints, we will focus on one of those. And that is the key benefit that we'll focus on is restoring the body's production of collagen. Specifically, collagen 4 and 7. Collagen is a term that we are all familiar with in supplements and in the beauty from within category. No doubt that people who are concerned about are tuned into this critical role that collagen plays. And in fact, the collagen market, I just talked about the supplement market, the collagen market specifically has seen year over year 30% growth. It is thriving and doing very well. And within Emerge K, we have new and very significant technology to talk to you about. So this slide right here, we'll talk a little bit about the science. This slide is showing the layers of the skin, and we have the epidermis and we have the dermis, but then focus on that thin line of dark purple. That's what I really want to talk about, and that's the dermal epidermal junction. That dark purple layer contains structural collagen, specifically collagen 4 and 7. So the collagen that we're used to hearing about in supplements is 1 and 3. Most consumers have a pretty good grasp on that form, and as well as some of the benefits. They make up the bulk of the collagens in both the dermis and the epidermis, and are responsible, 1 and 3, are responsible for hydration, for elasticity, among other things. Okay. But 4 and 7, consumers are not as familiar with because We do not find them in our diet. And they are something that they are not something that we can ingest. But 4 and 7 are responsible for the firming and toning of the skin. So I love this chart. This is a histological analysis of the human skin. And I think it's a very interesting view of what I just described. So if you look at the top and the bottom, again, it's an analysis of the human skin. It's actually the same skin. So we're not looking at old skin versus young skin. Rather, it's the same skin. The bottom has been exposed to the sun versus the top that has been protected from the sun. And what you can clearly see by looking at this is the degrading of collagen 4 and 7 in this aging skin. So you look at the very base on the bottom where the arrow is pointing, you can see that yellow-green layer of structural collagen is completely degraded. It's diminished. And that's what happens in the dermal and epidermal junction as skin ages and as it is exposed to the sun. So if we go back to this chart now, the skin view, if you can't ingest this form of collagen, how does Emerge K actually work to build that layer back up? It works through keratin. Keratin will trigger or stimulate the body's production of collagen, and specifically collagen 4 and 7. Now, historically, keratin is very difficult for the body to absorb. It's not particularly friendly to the gut. It's a very large molecule, but in Emerge K, we have a way to do it. So this form of keratin, this ingestible form of keratin, is rich in cysteine, which is an amino acid that is important for making protein. And it's important in the creation of collagen. So now we're talking about two proteins. We're talking about keratin and we're talking about collagen. This pure keratin protein comes in a digestible and a functional form. It is ethically produced actually from sheep's wool coming out of New Zealand, and is ethical to the point that we're very pleased to say that we're able to get a vegetarian certificate the way that it is produced. So this chart says a lot, this next one. It is an in vitro study that looked at the cellular response to this keratin product, to the keratin in Emerge K. And this is what we see. When the skin is stimulated or irritated through things like peels, microneedling, laser treatments, everything that you all do in an esthetician's office, the body will naturally produce collagen to repair itself. So this chart shows the results when Emerge K is included in the routine and when it's not included in the routine. And you can see that very quickly, the body will increase its expression of collagen as part of the repair process. So this is a 3-day view of collagen 4 and 7 expression without Emerge K, the body repairing on its own, and with Emerge K. And you can see the very exciting results. The body's expression of collagen almost doubles within the first 3 days of the body repairing itself and consuming this digestible Emerge K. So some very strong results. Now, secondary benefit to mention is the cysteine that supports health of hair and nail strength. Cysteine is an important component of keratin that strongly contributes to healthy hair and nails. And this is not a common digestible currently because of the reasons that I mentioned earlier. Keratin supplements, again, historically are unstable, very difficult to digest. But this is a comparison chart of different types of digestible protein sources. And these sources also boost strengthening properties for the hair and nails. This is the secondary benefit that we're talking about. And what you can see is that Emerge K has significantly more of this amino acid cysteine. In fact, 10 times more than ingestible collagen, than whey and soy protein sources. And has significant, collagen in itself has significant responsibility when it comes to the hair follicles. So the cysteine will help in shedding of the hair, whereas collagen will help strengthen the hair follicle. So it's a double punch. Between the collagen and the cysteine combined, it shows very strong results in improvement of hair and nails. I mentioned at the beginning that there are 10 unique benefits of this product. This really is a breakthrough product. And you can read all of the 10 benefits. The two that I really focused on are keratin, which stimulates the body's production of collagen 4 and 7, which is responsible for the skin's fitness, hydration, tone, overall strength, as well as the benefits for hair and nails, specifically hair loss and hair and nail strength. So the first product, all about the skin, hair, and nails. The second product that we are here to talk about is about body composition and weight management. So happy to introduce our second product in the Helus Beauty System, which is MoroFit. This really is a complementary product to Emerge K, and it is a supplement that supports body composition. And clinically proven, in fact, in independent clinical trials, proven to inhibit fat accumulation, which is significant in the demographic that you have in your offices and in your spaces. So how does it work? What is the science? Well, let's talk about two things: flavonoids and anthocyanins. So first, flavonoids. Flavonoids are pigments that are found in plants and are a class of polyphenols. What do? They help your body function more efficiently. They protect it against toxins and stressors and are extremely powerful antioxidants. This group of phenols that we're talking about in MoroFit are actually coming from the Moro orange. They hail from the Moro orange. Anthocyanins. The second important discussion point in MoroFit are anthocyanins, a newer trend, but a compound that is significant in health and wellness, also a polyphenol. When I was researching anthocyanins, I heard one expert describe them as the secret weapon to staying young. Thank you. A lot of claims on what anthocyanins do. But what we are focusing on is the benefit that we see strongly in this clinical trial, and that is the reduction in size of fat cells, which this image depicts. So not only do they decrease the size, but they inhibit. They inhibit in these trials. They show that the ingredients in MoroFit inhibit the growth of fat cells, and we can see it in this figure. It illustrates how fat cells that were treated with this active ingredient are smaller than those treated with water. In fact, the anthocyanins in MoroFit regulate more than 600 genes that are involved in fat cell formation. Very powerful. So test results. Let's talk about the clinical trial test results. There's so much speculation on anything that is related to body mass or weight because there's so many claims out there. So this independent clinical trial was done in randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled environment, and a couple of other specifics to validate the trial. BMI on the individuals in the study between 25 and 35, which is the overweight category, but healthy and generally fit. They did not restrict their diet or their physical activity. So the only variable here that we're talking about is ingesting MoroFit. And what the trial found was, as you can see, a significant reduction in body weight, body mass index, waist, and hip circumference. Very strong results. So there are, similar to Emerge K, there are more than just the benefits that I mentioned. In fact, there are 6 key benefits to this particular product, to MoroFit. We have focused on the shrinkage and reduction of fat cells, but overall the benefits provide improved body composition and support lean muscle mass. Also noteworthy of mentioning are 3 key essential vitamins and minerals that support the body's production of collagen, skin balance, tissue formation, and that is vitamin C, zinc, and copper. So, in short, these 2 beauty from within products work together and are a beautiful combination for overall and total body wellness. We are very confident that this system is the perfect blend for your clients to complete their beauty routine in the supplement category. It targets skin, hair, nails, and body composition. And you can see the 12-week results, which is our recommended minimum time that your clients stay on this regimen, 12 weeks. So how do you get involved? We have developed the easiest partnership imaginable. Easiest and simplest partnership imaginable. Number 1, of noteworthy mention, this will not be available in consumer outlets, so only through professional partnerships we are committed to that. Number 2, the commission structure is a 40% commission structure and is off of the retail price and is paid monthly. Number 3, and this is how the incremental upsell opportunity happens and the increase in customer lifetime value. It is subscription based. So you sign your clients up and then your month's income will supplement each month with your existing business. So why is it so simple? What is the part about this that's so simple? No inventory. This product ships directly from our distribution centers. And so if you're already in the retail business, you understand the impact of that ease of this partnership. We also handle all of the customer service and do everything that we can. We give you reporting and data to really understand the profitability margin that you have with this business. We have done everything to keep this as simple as possible. Let's talk about the price point. We have 2 different price points. One is a one-time purchase of $68 and then of $100, and then when you sign up for a subscription, you can see that there's a significant savings, and your monthly subscription cost is $68, and that is a 32% savings. And that's both products. You don't get one without the other, so it's because it's a combined regimen. Steps, let's review the steps. Again, very, very simple. Number 1, you create an account by signing your agreement, which will be emailed to you. Number 2, you schedule your training. The options will also be emailed to you once the agreement is received, and they're pre-scheduled trainings. It will be myself doing your training. We will go in depth, answer all of your questions, talk about some simple selling statements and very, very easy ways to talk to your clients about these products. And number 3, you will receive a sales kit, which will have in it a literature, some display material, as well as sample bottles to also display. So a few things to get you going to help start the conversation. And then number 4, you launch it to your clients. When you've received all of that, you start talking about it and you start putting your clients on subscription. And again, all the inventory comes directly from us. And then last but not least, number 5 is not really a step, but it's just a bonus that we'll mention here. We're running an incentive for you to be able to take a trip on us. More details to come of how you can get to beautiful Hawaii or one of the cities in Florida. Thank you for giving me a few minutes to talk about this exciting technology. I am thrilled to be involved with this product. I absolutely have strong belief in the science, in the results, and I know that this will impact positively your offices. I'll
Yeah,
turn it
Tori,
back
that's
over to
awesome.
you, Chad.
Yeah, and I think Rachel's got some questions that came in as well that I saw, but it's amazing as we take a step back and look at last year. Um, Over and over again, the practices were just struggling. They were closed. You guys, our doctors, you were closed and not making money. And we wanted to find the perfect partner that would create a revenue stream to help you. Again, be part of the 19% that didn't see the revenue get cut last year. They actually saw it either maintain or increase because they've implemented perfect strategies like this. They can be very expensive for a lot of these other systems and programs out there, or you're doing it on your own. This is the perfect solution. And you talked about that in a great way, Tori. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Tori. We did have a few questions that came in, and if anyone has any more, feel free to pop them in while we are chatting. Tori, can you give us some metrics that would look good to look at to understand if my practice is successful?
That is a great question. In terms of metrics, I would say, the ideal, the goal would be, as Chad discussed, for every one of your clients to get on this subscription base. It's a very, very universal product. So in terms of success metrics, you want to shoot for the top. It's to get all of your clients involved. Chad, do you have any thoughts in your experience on the percentage of clients that would be the minimum target that would show success with this? It's really up to the individual location, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it just varies so greatly. I do know that this is something that I believe every one of our practices, every business we work with should have this implemented. I do know that. Where it goes, from there is, why couldn't you have, if you're a practice, 60, 70, 80% penetration to your client base? It might take some time to get there, but when you think about what the needs are from a health, beauty, body perspective, and Tori talked about this being a missing element, it just makes sense. Everybody should be on this. And then the nice thing is that I got it back and sort of chance to see the software. You're going to be able to measure, if you're one of our doctors or a prospect, you're going to be able to see exactly who's doing what, how they're doing it, and really measure the success of what's going on.
Well, and here's another thought, and then this will probably wrap up this answer. If you were to survey, officially or unofficially, your clients and ask them and find out what percentage of them are on some kind of supplement regimen, guarantee it's 80-90%. If they are in your office, they are that interested in wellness, they're just not buying it from you, and they're not getting a professional recommendation. So turning that over is not that unrealistic. It's
so true that they're getting it somewhere.
Yeah.
It might be from you.
Self-diagnosed, likely.
Right.
Fire away, Rachel.
All right.
I'm guilty. I've done that myself. So yeah,
of course,
absolutely.
We all are. That's why it's the missing part of the regimen.
All of these products sound wonderful. Will you continue to add new products to the line?
Great question. We are very hopeful and optimistic that we will be adding products to the line and are looking at that currently. We are anxious to see the positive results of these first two products. Now, it will take, it is really a minimum of 12 weeks at the cellular level to really start to see the benefits. So selling it in for you is step one. Step two is seeing the results, and we expect that to happen in a couple of months. But yes, we are highly optimistic that we will be adding to the brand.
Perfect. So then that kind of leads in well to our next question is, can we try the product?
Well, I'll tell you what, and Kurt knows this is true. He's watching. Principal of Gila, one of the principals. I am anxiously awaiting for my products to come. Those were the first words out of my mouth. So here is a little secret. Well, yes, the short answer is yes. You can try them when you receive your kit. The display bottles actually have product in them. So the purpose is for them to be displayed. So if you decide that you're going to divvy up the product in there to all be able to try it, we're thrilled for you to do that. However, it'll be one of each bottle that you'll be receiving, and you really want to be on this product for 12 weeks to see the results. So here's my recommendation. Sign up for the subscription yourself once you give it a try, so that you really can speak from a place of thorough ownership and a testimonial of what this does.
And our last question, can we track by members of our staff so we know which staff member enrolled our customers?
Chad, maybe you take this one.
Sure. You know, as I mentioned, I got to see the back end of the software, and the answer is emphatically yes. It was one of the questions that I actually had early on, because in talking to a lot of the practices I know, and of course attending a lot of the you know, the major med spa, A4M, you know, American Academy of Dermatology meetings, Vegas Cosmetic Surgery, all these meetings, it comes up over and over again. They want to do more with their staff, and they want to train the effectiveness of their staff. And so I asked that, and they said, yes, we can do that. We can tell you exactly which member of your staff worked and did this. So yes, if you're the one listening, or you ask that, the answer is yes, and it will create a great way for you to incentivize your staff members and be able to track exactly what they're doing.
Perfect. Those are all of our questions for this afternoon. So thank you, Tori and Chad, so much. Thank you to everyone who joined. Again, we will be sending out the recording of this tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. And please share with all of your peers this wonderful product and this partnership that we have.
Rachel, thank you. Tori, thank you. Thanks everyone for attending.
Thanks everyone.
Bye, all.
Bye-bye.